But and I also and I sit back and I realize it that a lot of times men and women we look at the better versions of other people to ourselves. Like for example, there were times where you probably thought you saw better things or potential things within them that they didn't even see themselves.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Let's Rap podcast. I am your host, Jay Echo. What's good?
What's up, everybody? It's philosophical.
And we are joined again by a friend to the show. I mean, at this point, he's sort of like the third host, Mr. Jamie Woods. How you doing, sir?
Again, it's a privilege to be on the show, man. And thank you so much for having me on the show, man. I'm so happy, and I can't wait to talk about what we're going to talk about today.
All right. So today we're gonna be talking about an interesting topic, one that doesn't really get talked about too often. You know, we hear a lot of stories about, the other woman in a relationship, what the stigma she has to deal with, what she carries, and all of that sort of stuff. Now we are going to be talking about the other men in the relationship, our experiences, our thoughts, all of that sort of stuff. And starting from on my side, I have at one point, or now that I'm thinking about it, at a couple points, been the other man in a specific situation. And I know my experience isn't necessarily an isolated incident, and I think we were speaking a little bit earlier, and Jamie can also speak to this experience.
Yeah. I've also had my experiences, as you guys saw from the last episode. I've had my experiences with being the side dude or the number two guy, boyfriend number
Mhm.
two, and so to be honest with you guys, like even though it sucked being in that position because of course the boyfriends end up finding out, and of course some girls are still with those same guys and others are not just because of that situation. Being the side dude, like, obviously isn't something that some people aspire to be, but it isn't the worst thing in the world. And that's what I meant by controversial a bit. It isn't the worst thing in the world. Like, obviously I didn't know I was the side dude. I thought I was the main dude, but I was actually the side dude.
Mhm.
And so my job was to like give her certain things her man can't. Because here's the thing about side dudes. Side dudes exist because they give the woman some things that their man don't give them. So let's just say her man is too busy for her, doesn't really meet her sexual needs and things like that, or her emotional needs. However, they do provide her with that security, the financial backing, right?
Mhm.
So the man does that, right? So they have another guy on the side to kind of give her those other things that she looks for that she can't get with the individual. And a lot of those girls that ended up being the side guy with, they were married and deep into a relationship. So they didn't want to leave their relationship. And I'm assuming they've already discussed this with the man. And it's not me trying to justify the woman by any means.
Mhm.
Not me justifying it. However, I'm explaining as to why it exists.
Mhm.
So, a lot of women do communicate these certain things with the guys, or maybe they
Mhm.
don't, but some do. And so the guys like, yeah. You know how we are. Like, one goes through one ear, goes after the other. And so, we're like, yeah, let me play my video games. Talk to you later. Whatever.
Yeah.
What is she doing? What is she going to end up doing? She going to be texting, going on Tinder, going on Hinge. Oh, I remember this guy I used to like from fourth grade. Let me hit him up. And I guess I was one of those guys. They hit me up. I went through, me thinking it was going to become something. It ended up not becoming anything. It was just like, all right, let's just have fun. To be honest, I don't really, I'm not really mad at them. I had fun. They had fun.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks that I was put in that situation to
Mhm.
where like I had to break things up between people. I honestly didn't know until afterwards. But being the side dude, like it, it happens unfortunately, and
Yeah.
and and it, women and men sometimes need both. They need that person that can provide them that protection and that safety and the finances and all that, and they need someone that can kind of be there for them emotionally.
And Phil, you can jump in if you would like to, but I also would say I had a similar mindset to you, Jamie, where it's like I never really wanted to do that to another person, like I don't want to break up anybody's relationship or anything like that. But at the same time, I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy myself while I was there. Right? I mean, if we're being real about it, we're 100% real about it. Like the fact that I could literally just meet this person and it was just about having fun. Like it was just about communication, having fun, talking, whatever we were doing in that particular instance. There weren't any expectations, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And because there were no expectations, I could just be me, like not have to worry about like, oh, she needs me to do X, Y, and Z for her and anything like that. It's like, no, I know you're here for what I bring to the table, regardless of any of the other stuff, because you're getting that somewhere else, or at least I hope you're getting that somewhere else.
And I will say this, because we've talked about it a couple times, just to kind of harbor off what Jay just said. A man that's bringing something to the table and a woman accepting that, I mean, society has taught us that a woman is supposed to accept that just as much as we are supposed to accept a woman for who she is. No. We as a society has got to understand that what a man brings to the table and a woman has accepted that are the terms that pretty much a woman and a man have accepted, that these are the expectations. Mm-hmm. And that's the part where I think society does not want to talk about. What a woman bring, let's say, for example, and I know we're talking about the other guy, but if a woman is bringing minimal to the table, as far as, she got a man, but you just a side dude, and you've accepted that, and same thing on the woman's part, at the end of the day, you've got a decision to make. If you choose to stay, that's the expectation that you have accepted and decided to choose, regardless of the end result.
Yeah,
it's crazy because I do know some guys that they end up accepting these conditions.
I was the guy.
They end up catching so much feelings for that person. Yeah. And then the girl's like, you were just a side dude, and they knew that already. The guy knew that,
ignoring all the other women.
And then they get mad. Like, dude, you have no right to be mad, bro. You already knew
I was that.
I
was that guy. I was that guy. I was that guy that I was in the friend zone for 9 years, thinking that.
Oh man.
Yeah, 9 years.
Damn, bro.
9 years.
We've all caught that L. I don't know if we've caught that L for 9 years.
For 9 years,
all caught that L.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it was one of those things where I was in the friend zone for 9 years.
Damn,
but
bro.
I was dating, other women, trying to find versions of her.
However, you would drop any of those girls for that one girl because that was your number one girl.
Correct. But and I also I sit back and I realize that a lot of times, men and women, we look at the better versions of other people to ourselves. Like, for example, you and Jay, Jamie and Jay, you guys have mentioned, you thought they were the one and things like that. There were times where you probably thought you saw better things or potential things within them that they didn't even see themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That you saw things in them like, wow, man, you're this, you're that, but they didn't see it themselves, and vice versa. You know what I mean? And that's what I saw. And I was young, man. I was like 22. Luckily I was young. I learned young, to where I was in the friend zone. I was just like, yeah, she'll come around. I'll keep buying her flowers and chocolates and take her on expensive dates and this, that, and the third, and she'll see who I am once in a while. And
but just to comment on that before I forget, I feel like when it comes to like some people, like they already know what they want out of you
Yeah.
within like a week or two or a month within knowing you.
Yeah.
Like they know you're just gonna be that guy that's gonna be on the side, that's gonna take them out for food, your boyfriend material, whatever it is. They already know. It's kind of like us guys, for example, when we go to a club and we see a girl, we know within 5-10 seconds, I want to get with that girl. You know, she's cute. You know, like we already know what we want.
Yep. And you know, for me, it's like I was that guy, but I was also that guy that was ignoring a lot of other women that I knew I should have been with. You know what I mean? And I sit back and I think about it before I got married. It was like, man, like this is the end of the road for me because you know my last relationship didn't work out, and you got to come to an understanding that people aren't honest about that stuff either.
Yeah,
you know, no one's gonna come out and tell you, "Oh yeah, you're." I mean, they'll beat around the bush and skirt around the conversation. Like, yeah, you know, there's more, or like, yeah, I see you just as a friend. But they're not gonna just come out and say, "Hey, look, I don't see you as more than a friend." That's it. A lot of people out here will string you along, and that's what happened to me. I was the other guy, and I was also the other guy that was supposedly in a relationship with this person. And like Jamie mentioned before, the consistency of communication wasn't there. You know, she was only available at her time. And, you know, come to find out.
The red flags are always there. The red flags are always there.
It.
However, sometimes we ignore it.
We ignore it, yeah.
Because we like this girl so much. We're so consumed
we ignore it.
For like
them rose-colored
we
glasses.
Ignore everything.
They are something serious, you know. But
so I was that other guy. So, you know, my point is that fellas, you know, even the ladies, but I'm talking to the fellas right now. First of all, as our brothers, I want to come out and say that what you want out of a woman, regardless of lofty expectations, you know, she looks great, she's attractive, just that and the third. Know within the first month, 30 days of what you want out of it. If you want more, then make sure you're getting back in return what you need. You want someone that's consistent. You want somebody that gives you sex all the time. You want somebody that's ambitious. You want somebody you can build with. You want someone that is going to be there for you. Somebody you can take home to your family. You want a trophy wife. Just understand and know what you want out of the situation. You know what I mean? Understand the fact that if you're not getting something out of what you want, it's okay to say, all right, you know what? You know, it's not what I want. I'm out. Don't waste time.
And also, you know, adding on to that, you know, going back to like my situation, what you put in is what you're going to get out of the situation. Right. So like barring anything like, oh, she's married or she already has a relationship, what you put into the situation is what you're going to get out. So like I said, when I was in the situation with the woman over the summer, like I said, I went into that situation knowing, look, I'm here for summer. I'm just trying to have fun. So that's what I went in. That's the mindset I took into the situation. And yeah, we had fun while we were together, but I wasn't looking for anything beyond that. Or I wasn't looking for anything deeper than that. So if you ask me right now, like, oh, what was that one's favorite foods? What was her favorite movie or stuff? Because at that point in time, that's not what I cared about. It was like, yo, I'm here chilling. Let's have fun. And now if I think my situation differs from Jamie's situation in that way, in terms of like, and Jamie, you can jump in because I'm not going to speak for you, but like you actually thought of this person as a potential partner.
Yeah.
Let me
ask
you this, Jay, and I'll get back to you, Jamie. How did that make you feel at the end of the day, Jay?
What did you say?
How did that make you feel at the end of the day?
And this is why I say, again, I was young, so I didn't really know what I wanted, because when I did find out that technically I was the other dude, I felt some type of way about it, because I was like, yo, like, yeah, I was there having fun, but essentially what you're saying is I was just a fling, which, looking back at it, yeah, I was just a fling. It was a summer situation when nothing, unless I moved to Ghana or something like that, when nothing really gonna come from it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
at the same time, this is where your expectations and your standards have to come in, because it's like, all right, you went into the situation with that mindset.
mm,
So you can't then turn around and be mad if she treated it with the same mindset. And this is where like double standards come in, because like, yeah, I could feel a type of way about it, but at the end of the day, I can't be mad at her because she gave it the same focus and attention that I gave it.
yeah,
I might feel a type of way because deep down I actually wanted something out of it, but I can't turn around and be mad at her that I didn't get what I wanted, especially when I didn't make those things known or clear.
Go ahead and chime in on that, Jamie. Sorry to cut you off there.
So my situation is different from Jay's because, of course, he went into it with a whole different mindset. He went into the mindset of, I'm going to have fun, I'm out on vacation, whatever. I went into my mindset because she lives close by and stuff like that. And we've been talking for a bit. I went into it like, okay, this could possibly be a potential partner. And so she treated it that way as well, where she was talking about, oh my God, like, what do you look for? And like asking me dumb questions about stuff like that. And so my situation is different because I could be mad at her if I wanted to, because she treated it the same way I was treating it. We're both treating it as, oh, we're going to be something, this, that.
Mm-hmm.
Then she disappears. And I was like, okay, no communication, nothing. I thought communication was key to you. However, you're not communicating. But anyways, then all of a sudden you come out of nowhere and you don't apologize. You just ask me to go over to talk and tell me that you were married the entire time and you're going through a divorce. No, it's I didn't get mad at her just because I'm better than that. It's just, okay, like I had my fun, you had your fun. It is what it is. I'm gonna let you deal with the consequences. You wanted to do that. You didn't inform me about any of this. You didn't tell me you were married. You didn't tell me that you had a cuckoo boyfriend that happens to be also be your baby daddy. You have a kid you hid from me. So if I was anyone else, I would have been mad at her in this situation. However, I was like, okay, it is what it is. I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna forgive, but I'm not gonna forget. I'm not gonna date you because I already know if you did that to him, you're gonna do it to me. And so a lot of guys, they don't think that. They think that, oh, like, she did that to some other guy, but she won't do it to me. Not me.
Yeah,
I'm special. My
Yeah.
presence is amazing. She won't do that. However, they're gonna do it to you too. If they find someone that's interesting, they're gonna do it to you too, bro. Like that's the way it works. It's karma. It goes around, man. It's gonna happen.
Go ahead and wrap it up, Jay. I love to hear your perspective, kind of on just being the other guy.
I'd say it goes back to a couple different things that we've all talked about, which is like, one, paying attention, seeing the signs; two, having standards and expectations; and three, what your mindset is when you go into it. Because just in this conversation, you got three very distinct mindsets. Me, who went into a situation just for fun; Jaime, who went into a situation looking for a relationship; and Phil, who sort of stuck around in a situation hoping that it would turn into something. We've all lived the different sides of that and had that mindset. Like, we've all been in that situation. But at the end of the day, like, I'd say you're going to carry it with you. But one of the big things that I've tried to do is like be very honest with myself and with other people who I talk to about it, about the part that I played in it, and take responsibility just for the part that I played in it. Because like Jaime said, like, he was trying to be with somebody and they did what they did. Like, that's on them. That's not on him. Like the only part he played was trying to be a good partner to somebody who was already in a situation. Same situation with Phil. Like he was trying to be the person for somebody who wasn't interested in that on their end. He can own that part of it. And for me, I can own the fact that I went into it not taking it seriously. And because I didn't take it seriously, she more than likely didn't either. I mean, so it's at the end of the day, being the other guy, being the other person, being the whatever. It's just about own your part of it, but try not to carry the rest of it with you, because that's the type of stuff that will eat you alive. Because I've been in that place where it did start eating at me, like, yo, why? All right, then why couldn't I be that other person? Why couldn't I be the, you know, what specifically was I doing wrong at that time? And it's like, yo, whatever it was, just know that the situation that is for you and it'll show up. So just leave the rest of it alone.
Yeah. Well put. So once again, Jamie, really appreciate, man, you being on here with us, talking about this very important topic, being the other guy. Make sure you guys follow Jamie Woods on his YouTube, Jaime Woods, Woods. His Instagram is Mr_Woods93. Make sure, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, to like and subscribe to our channel. Also like and comment to the video. Love to hear you guys' feedback, especially from the fellas on this, you know, being the other guy. And also, ladies, how did it make you feel? Well, obviously, you know how it makes you feel. You were doing it to the guy. So
it could go the other way, though. We can have girls comment how it felt to be the other girl. To where the guy had his own girl, and then you had you around for,
that's true.
For fun.
That's true.
So it could go both ways. Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point. Good point. So love to hear, you know, how the ladies felt as far as, you know, being the other woman. I've heard stories and, you know, things about being the other woman, being, you know, married, the other guy being married. So again, follow our Twitter at Let's Rap 2, Instagram Let's Rap _, and YouTube at Let's Rap. And I'm philosophical, and I'm out.
This is Jay Echo. Take it easy, y'all.